What is up, Mercury Militia, Metallica fans, guitar players? Today we have another episode of You Can't Play That Riff because I'm not done my songs yet. Today we're looking at Fight Fire with Fire by Metallica. So if you're a Metallica fan and you play guitar and you like to play their songs, then you know the riff I'm talking about, and there is a lot of confusion with this riff online, on YouTube. There are some good tutorials on how to play this riff, but I think there are a few things wrong with A, phrasing, and B, palm muting where you shouldn't be palm muting on some of these lessons on this riff. Just before we jump into that, I just want to kindly ask you guys to like and subscribe. It helps keep these videos coming to you guys, and it will bring you guys more Metallica reworks and awesome content. So, all right, no more stalling. Let's check this riff out right now. All right, so before we get to the lesson part of this video, let me just show you guys what we're working with if you don't know the riff or if you just need a refresher, and I'll show you how I'm playing it. Sweet. So that is how I play the riff. Notice at the end, I don't have those palm mutes that a lot of the other guys are showing. You know, that could be controversial. I don't really know. Shit on me in the comments if you want to. But so how I'm playing this riff, it's pretty simple. It's a lot easier than it sounds. I know it's illegible. It's kind of recorded a little bit sloppy. I know it can be hard to hear. So here's what I'm doing. So the first little run here we're going to go over is like... So how that's playing is 2 open notes in a row, which is open E, and then 3, which is G. And then I would suggest an up pick here, but it's palm muted. So that's open, 5, open twice, and then G. And that's all palm muted. So I would practice that over and over again. And in fact, I did practice that over and over again. This is what I was doing. Starting really slow. And that's like kind of like the basic way, but like it does sound like it's not a complete pull off at the beginning, but it does sound like he's almost, like he's doing the technique of a pull off, but he's picking through it like, you know what I mean? Like it almost sounds like that. So you're putting a little bit of twang there, I think, if you can. Because I think it sounds more authentic that way. Take a listen, actually. Right, so you're practicing that over and over again. So again, that's open, 3, open, 5, open, open, 3. And after those first 2, it's palm muted. And then that brings us to the next part, which we'll just throw this in here, like. So it's another 2 open notes palm muted, and then an F sharp power chord and a G power chord. So you add that in there. I don't really have a tip for this. It's just kind of just throw that in there. Just keep picking fast. It's a hard one to do, but that's not the hard part about the whole riff. So what do we have? It's this. Pretty simple, but it gets hard when you get up to speed, right? And again, like I said, throw that twang on there if you can. Because it sounds pretty authentic to me. I mean, it's up for debate. I know this is a big kind of topic of discussion and what he's playing there. And so, I mean, this is what I think. And we'll listen. We will listen to the original isolated guitar tracks. I've done a lot of research here, so I think I've got it down. But moving on to the next part. The next part is where I think my lesson is going to differ from a lot of the other stuff out there because a lot of the other guys are showing more palm muting. So you go through that first part, and a lot of guys are going, I really don't think it's that. Let's take a listen to that right now, actually. Okay, so you hear what I'm talking about. That has to be open notes. It doesn't sound like palm muting. If you listen to the other palm mutes, it doesn't hit the same on the amp. So I think what he's playing is the same thing, all open notes, and it's phrased a tiny bit different. Just listen to it. So here's what you'll see on a lot of the other lessons. What I'm playing. And I think that sounds more authentic. Again, just listen to that isolated guitar track. It sounds like he's playing open notes there. And it sounds like, again, he's doing something of almost a pull-off, but it's not quite a pull-off. He's strumming through that pull-off. So it's like this. And I'm telling you, this is how you play it. So what do we have? So here's what you're doing. It's not palm muted notes. It's something more like this. Open, 3, open, 5, open, open. That end part, which the end part is a power chord. It's like a quick slide from the G power chord to the F sharp power chord. And you hear that little pull off I'm doing there. Again, practice that over and over. You repeat that 3 times, right? Then it's going to be the same thing again. So you're the first part again. And then it's going to be almost the same at the end. You just hit that. Just the F sharp. So you do that first one I showed you guys 3 times, and then you do the other one that I just showed you once. And that ends and it stops and then it rolls into the verse. So it's like this. Remember that. So I think this is how you play it. And let's listen to my whole riff and then listen to the actual whole riff of the isolated guitar. Now let's listen to theirs. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments. I don't hear any palm mutes on that tail part. I hear open notes. I don't know about you guys. Please tell me. I think it's pretty authentic sounding. I think that might be. I've watched a lot of videos. I've listened to the isolated tracks. I've listened to that demo from Garage Days or Binge and Purge or whatever. So yeah, this is how I am playing it, and to me in the headphones, it sounds spot on to me. So what I'm doing, to play it this fast, is you got to have a good grip on your pick. You know, you can play the strings softly, but still achieve a hard strum by holding your pick strong. You got to be strong on the pick hand. And see, even right there, it can be very hard to get to these speeds and not sound choppy. It's very hard, especially, you know, if you're using like a brand new pick and things like that. I find that it can be very, you know, taxing. People hold picks differently and they strum differently, so it's going to be different for everyone. But make sure you have a good grip on that pick. Tight on the pick, but soft on the strings. And I promise you that'll help you guys get better tremolo picking. As for this hand, you want it to feel like liquid. This, I find, is so much easier on this riff when you can just let it flow. Use fingers you don't normally use. Pinky helps for me because I got long fingers, so pinky helps to position my hand. But utilize your ring finger and your pinky finger a lot. I do that for a lot of Metallica riffs because it makes them playing a lot easier. So one other thing I want to mention right here is just that it does start kind of on a strange spot, right? It goes... You know what I mean? Like it kind of... you hit that F kind of on like a, you know, right on the 1, and then you feel like you're starting on the ants. It's really hard to catch, like when you're going at that fast of a speed, right? Very hard to catch that. So just a little tip there. Just remember to be ready for that riff to start happening, because it comes quick, and then you're like, you know, I don't know where I am, and then you get lost, and then you got to restart the song again, and then here you are on your 19th take trying to show people how to play a guitar riff that you keep messing up on. So again, let's just hear it one more time, and then I'm going to let you guys sit on that, and hopefully that was good enough of a little showing there. And hopefully we've got enough evidence here that I'm correct. Sorry to everybody else on YouTube if it sounds like I'm shitting on your lesson. I'm not. I will link you guys some lessons that I think are really good, and they are correct, but they're off a little bit. So I don't want to sound like I'm ragging on you guys, but I disagree. Sorry. So here it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Mercury Militia, Metallica fans, and I promise you a rework is on the way. It's just not quite done yet. So like and subscribe for more of this stuff, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Thanks, guys. Take it easy.